America was built by innovators and dreamers. People like Edison, Ford, Jobs, Steve Jobs, that is. Hey, what about you? Are you an innovator? You want to get on this list of cool guys like Edison, Ford, Jobs, and you? Because it's people like you to make America a great country. LegalZoom.com is celebrating innovation by helping you launch your dream. Apply for a patent to secure your invention. Otherwise, someone will steal it. Get that patent with LegalZoom.com. Register your trademark to protect your products and services. Incorporate or form an LLC. Launch your business dream. That's what I did, my friends. Just call or visit LegalZoom.com and they will take care of you from start to finish. They've already helped about 1 million businesses get started right. Celebrate innovation with LegalZoom, and for a limited time, get a special price on trademark, copyright, and patent applications by using the referral code MOHR, M-O-H-R, at checkout. Protect your creations and launch your dream at LegalZoom.com. LegalZoom.com can provide self-help services at your specific direction, or they can connect you to an attorney, but they're not a law firm. Don't forget to use my last name as the referral code, MORE. Having your own receptionist would be really cool if you didn't have to pay her. It's too expensive. That's why thousands and thousands of entrepreneurs are now using eVoice to enhance their image, work faster, make more money, and look like a boss. eVoice is the best. Try it right now for free. Free, my man. Or woman, when you go to eVoice.com and use the promo code J-A-Y. With eVoice as your virtual assistant, you get your own toll-free number, dial-by-name directory. All your calls will be professionally answered and routed wherever you want. eVoice even types out your voicemail messages and mails them to you instantly, just like with a real receptionist, but without the high cost and the stinky perfume. With eVoice, your toll-free number and virtual assistant start at $10 a month. That's it. $10 a month. That's nothing, man. Can you imagine paying a secretary $10 a month? What is this, 1905? You can operate like a top executive, stay lean like a startup, blow away your competitors. eVoice has been mentioned as a key tool for today's businesses in both Inc. magazine and Forbes. I believe in eVoice, and I want you to believe in eVoice by trying eVoice for free. Right now for 30 days. Go to eVoice.com, promo code J, J-A-Y. eVoice.com, promo code J, or go to jmore.com, click the eVoice banner right now. Do it!
Put your name on it. Just put your name on it. That's all I say. Be a man or a woman. Put your name on it.
Well, I'd like to hear about it, potheads.
How the fuck you gonna know how to be great if you don't study greatness? Look at the game change.
Donuts.
If you want a battle, it's either that you will or you won't.
You know, you're not a bad-looking man, Mr. Gals.
But you are, Blanche. You are in that chair.
There's something wrong with us. Something very, very wrong with us.
Let's get started before I start nibbling on those beef jerky ears you have. Cauliflower ears.
You're looking at the good one.
That's the good ear? I don't understand.
Look like Spock.
Yeah, if
This
Spock.
left one looks like Spock.
Speaking to the mic, how long you been in entertainment?
Entertainment.
I don't understand. When I wrestled, they made us wear headgear.
You're also in 6th grade.
No, I was in in high school. Like you had
such a high level. I can't believe.
Well, in college, you didn't wear Colorado. You know. By the way, I like how you slip in. Bendan Schaub is our guest. But welcome back, my friends, to more stories. You're like, then I wrestled to Colorado. Colorado Boulder's a lot different than Colorado.
Yeah.
That's like UC. Oh yeah, I went to UCLA, Davis.
No, it's not. University of Colorado Boulder's the big dog.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, we're the Buffaloes. Come on, man. National championships there.
Well, then that's University of Colorado.
Yeah.
So you don't need to put
Boulder. You don't have
it's
to
like
put Boulder. That's what someone from California would say, man.
It's like when people say, on SportsCenter, they do this all the time. It makes me nuts. On the bottom of the screen, it'll say, so-and-so beat Miami, parentheses, Florida.
Oh, I know. Oh, I'm sorry. Because I was going to get confused Miami of Ohio because it's such a powerhouse.
No, put parentheses, Ohio.
Yes, exactly. I'm with you.
We all know Miami's, we can hear the rhythm of Gloria Stefan coming all the way up. But don't you wear headgear when you wrestle in Colorado in college?
I didn't wrestle in college. I played football.
So how do your ears look like that?
Because, I started doing some grappling in college, and just after...
No headgear?
I've worn headgear. man, it's my full-time job. It just happens. It happens.
So what is it actually that causes? Is it just guys just rubbing their arms against your?
Kind of. Yeah, it's just the abuse of the ear, and then it like separates, and it fills up with fluid, and you drain it, and then eventually that fluid gets hard. It becomes calcified, and then you look like Spock.
But it's sort of
some chicks dig it. Some guys are like, all right.
When you're out in the bars, you're rolling through Orange County. Everybody's like, oh, he must be, he's no joke. I guess that's the first tell of fighters. It used to be, if you saw like, if you saw like Uriah Faber in a bar hitting on a chick, you'd be like, look at this little guy with his cornrows and shit hitting on the leg. But then he would kick the shit out of you.
You ever seen Kenny Florian?
Yeah.
Yeah. You see that guy in a bar, and you're like, dude, I'm going to tear this guy up. He'd rip your head off.
But the old expression is, you never know.
Never know.
These guys are Nate and Nick Diaz are like doughy potheads. Is that safe to say?
I wouldn't say doughy, but they're definitely potheads.
They're not built like you. They're not built like Uriah or Dominic Cruz.
True. A little different. Yeah, different build.
So if you saw them at a bar, you'd be like, whatever, town drunk. But now,
and then the
cauliflower ear is the first like,
it's because the UFC's become so popular and stuff. But now everyone claims they're a UFC fighter. Everyone.
Well, is there like a card you can show people? Like, do you have a keychain that says UFC on it? Does Dana give you guys like a snow globe with just Brock Lesnar looking up, and it's just raining Shane Carwin first round fists?
Oh my God. I wish.
How was Brian Callen's house today? You went to Brian Callen, our mutual buddy, Brian Callen.
Yeah, good buddy, Brian. He calls me over. He goes, yo, he knows all my family's back in Denver. He's like, what are you doing today? I'm like, I got training, man. I got Jay Moore later, blah, blah, blah. He's like, bro, come over. Barbecue my house. Ridiculous. The exact text I get, ridiculous. David Blaine's going to be here. That's why I was late. You'd be late, too, for David Blaine.
Yeah, I would.
It was amazing. Anyways, I go over there. I pull up, I'm like, what the It's a jumpy castle. Probably the biggest jump castle you've ever seen in his front lawn. 30 kids. Soccer moms everywhere. David Blaine was there, and then there's like 2 other dudes. No barbecue, no meat. You know what I'm saying? Starving. I go, bro, I'm out of here, man. He goes, why? I go, there's no barbecue. You told me a barbecue. This is not a barbecue. This is a daycare.
Bro. We got tofu burgers.
Yeah.
We got salmon jerky, bro. We got kale chips.
We got kale chips. That's him, man.
So you don't like hanging around with soccer moms?
Nah, I mean, it was fun. David Blaine was, man, his magic was
Why
crazy.
did you bring him here? He'd be a great podcast guest, I guess.
It would have been good. He like magically, for reals, disappeared. He like shows a bunch of tricks. I thought maybe they rented him with the castle. I didn't know he's Brian's friend.
He comes with a bouncy house.
And that's what I was like, is this a whole entertainment day thing?
Yeah,
here?
Kids love David Blaine.
They do.
Little kids.
He's a huge hit with the little kids.
He made all the barbecues
he disappeared. I didn't even get to say bye.
That's why there was no meat.
Yeah.
It was all in David Blaine's pockets.
Yeah, it was cool though, man.
So what do you mean he disappeared?
I mean, he was showing us tricks, and then I went into the kitchen to like look for something to eat, and I come back out, and he's gone, man.
That's called getting in your car and going home, Bendan Schaub.
No, he's gone, man. I'm telling you. Ask Brian.
What do you mean he was gone? Like,
we have no idea where he went.
Right now, they don't know where you are. You're here.
That's true.
You left his house.
But I at least tell everyone, hey, thanks for having me over. Thanks for no barbecue. See you later.
Did he say, like, when you guys go in the house, when you come out, I won't be here anymore? Did he, like, tee it up for you?
No, that'd been nice. Then I would know he's leaving.
What tricks did he do?
He did crazy card tricks. But, like, legit magic.
Yeah. My wife was, when she was dating Kevin Connolly, they were, like, walking around on the roofs of some building. And they were all talking. She was watching them. She was walking behind them for like 10 feet behind them. And they were just talking. She saw the 2 of them the entire time. Nobody took any tricks. And then he did the card trick to my wife like 10 minutes ago. And then he literally asked Kevin Connolly, like, I don't know how, but like literally like, hey, why don't you go in your sock, in your shoe?
Yeah.
And that was the card.
Yeah, he was like, here, I'm gonna flick through these cards. If you see one, just think of it. All right. He flips through. He's like, you got a card that you saw that you like? Yeah, I barely saw this card, too. I kind of made it up to see if I could get him, you know? I'm like, it was a Jack or something.
Like his Garbage Pail Kids.
Yeah, right? Yeah. So I picked Jack, and then he's like, all right. He's like, bam, is this your card? And it was the first one on top. I'm like, yeah, whatever. That's whatever.
Should we make sure? Are we actually rolling now, Matty Boy, after the Rick Fox debacle? Can you check everything? Make sure this is happening? Can you peek? You're not going to talk?
Yeah, we're good. We're rolling.
All right, well, that's what Rick. We record bonus footage for YouTube.com/MoreStoriesBalls, like Forrest Griffin choking me out. Now, me and Rick Fox had a diamond push-up contest in front of the elevators at my radio job.
Did you beat him?
Corporate. Yeah, for some reason I destroyed him. It was kind of weird.
Destroyed him?
Yeah, double. It was weird. And then, but he can't bend his arms past here.
Injuries or what?
Yeah, bone spurs and diving on loose floors for loose balls and stuff. Yeah,
because it's such a rough sport.
But I'm like, and then after you explained it, I'm like,
said no one ever.
Said no one ever.
Come on.
How many diamond push-ups can you do, Bendan Schaub?
I don't know. How many did you do?
I was around 30, but he stopped at about like 16. He was like, man, I already ran today.
We ran today, Doug.
But he is built like a brick shithouse. He looks great.
Yeah.
And
What's he do now?
Damn near 60 years old. He's on Oz about 10 years. He was a long time ago.
Yeah.
He does that.
I know he's in acting stuff.
But I'll tell you one thing, like when he calls a radio show, he's like a real good interview. He's always fun. He's
good looking dude, right? You went into acting.
I would personally
chicks dig him.
I dig him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be all over that. If I went that way. It's nice. He's like half black. He's best of both worlds.
Best of both worlds.
Huge cock, good credit.
I'd imagine.
What ranking are you in the heavyweights of the UFC heavyweight division fighting?
I'd say top 12.
You don't know? That's something I would have and obsess over. Like, how the fuck
I don't care. I don't follow it.
You really don't know what
I really don't.
I could look it up right now.
Yeah, you could. I have no idea.
Here's an Amazon order from William Haskin. This isn't a commercial. Say hi to these people.
What's up?
Yeah, it's just so they know we didn't pre-record this. Yo, JJ, I just ordered some books on Amazon using your website. So you go to jmoore.com, click the Amazon banner, and buy whatever you want. That's how we pay for all this great equipment. Trying to give you something back for the laughs for free on More Stories. By the way, saw your show at Cobb's in San Francisco. You absolutely killed it. Love your new material. Thanks for the picture and putting your name on my new shirt. Look at this. Bill Haskin buying the merch. He didn't say what he bought on Amazon, though. But he got his name right on a podcast, so that's cool.
Where are they buying on your site?
They don't buy much on my site, but on Amazon, like T-shirts on the site, for some reason don't move. But on the Amazon banner, they buy a ton of stuff. For example, all right, here's a guy, Kenneth McCabe. I just used the Amazon banner on your website to buy Yonana's ice cream treat maker.
Dang.
It's a special blender that turns frozen bananas and other fruit into a dessert similar to ice cream. If you like ice cream, you'll love Yonana's. If you like Polo, you'll love YOLO. Looking forward to trying as a healthy alternative to regular ice cream. Always happy to support the podcast. You can pay those schmucks, Angie and Matty Boy. It's right here. It says it. Right there. Thanks for the free weekly entertainment by Kenny in Chicago. But it's bi-weekly, bro. It's not once a week. It's twice a week. Straight putting in work.
Twice a week?
Yeah, Mondays and Fridays. Make sure you see me at the Pabst Theater August 16th and Royal Oak Theater in Detroit August 17th. Royal Oak Theater in Detroit, a little slow on the ticket sales, assholes.
A little slow.
It's like, hey, how often do you come to Detroit? Well, the way it's going now, just once.
Yeah, just once.
Just the one time when the promoter's patting his pockets going, that's all I have, JJ. So you really don't know what, by the way, when I type in Brendan, Brendan.
Yeah. Does it bring up Fraser, Brendan Fraser?
Who are the Brendans in front of you? You are the 1, 2, 3. You are the fourth Brendan that comes up when I type in Brendan.
Oh, man, Brendan. I'd say Brendan Fraser's probably on there.
Number 1.
Makes sense. He hasn't done anything in a while, though.
Well,
right?
You know what? Let him down easy.
Yeah.
Guy's got $40 million from swinging around the jungle on a vine.
For sure.
I wouldn't do anything either.
I loved him in Encino, man. Anyways, let's see. Brendan Fraser. Brendan Shanahan.
Oh, that should be
right?
there. Yeah,
Stud.
hell yeah. Speaking of hockey, Hockey Town, Detroit.
Man, I don't know too many other Brendans.
Royal Oak Theater, August 17th.
Who else you got?
Brendan Coyle.
Never heard of him.
Me neither. Actor, The Jacket. British guy. He's British. Oh, he's in Downton Abbey.
Okay.
That's why everybody likes it. Is that the guy Morgan Murphy loved? Nice talking to you. So Brendan, and then the other one was Brendan. It was a basketball player. Oh, shit.
Brendan Haywood.
Oh no, that's a good. You got a lot of good Brendans. You've done a lot of Brendan work.
Nah, it's just if your name's Brendan, it's not
Brendan
common.
Dooling.
Never heard of it.
I never heard of him either. IMDb. He's a young kid. Vicari Diaries. How
There's
are
a lot
you-
of Brandons.
How are you less famous than the guy from the Carrie Diaries?
He has good publicists.
You really don't know what you ranked?
No, I would say last time I checked, I was top 10. Then I lost to Noguera, so I'd say I dropped out of that. Then I beat Johnson. So I have no idea, man.
LeVar, what was his name?
LeVar Big Johnson.
And your nickname is the Hybrid.
That's right.
Is that because I can't hear you when you pull away from the curb?
Not in that car out there. No, it is not.
Why are you the Hybrid?
So you don't get to choose. If I get to choose the nickname, it'd be something tough, right? It'd be something badass.
Well, it's like Jim Rome used to always say, and I always love this, you cannot self-gloss. You cannot give yourself the nickname.
I always tell people,
stick.
like, everyone's like, oh, why the Hybrid? Listen,
That's why I'm always telling my listeners on my radio show, don't call me JRS1.
Yeah.
Come on, don't call me that, you guys. 'Cause that's what I wish someone else named me.
So the Hybrid
You are currently ranked 24th.
in
That's
the
what
world.
it says right there. Bendan Schaub, you're 8-3.
That's wrong. I'm 10-3. It was this Wikipedia.
Yeah. Oh, this is according to SureDog.
I mean,
What's the bottom line? You're not even in the top 10. Who's in the top 10 I could get on my podcast?
oh man,
Who wins in a fight right now? You would destroy Forrest Griffin right now.
Forrest just retired.
I know.
Yeah,
God forbid he announces it on this podcast. He retired like 2 days later.
yeah, he's the man though.
He was so much fun.
Oh, he's amazing.
And he looks exactly like Curious George.
yeah, looks very
Like they're
apish.
Yes. He is like a little
Great
monkey
dude
ape.
though. Great dude.
You're fighting Matt Mitrione.
Mitrione.
All right. What is he ranked? This is very boring.
No idea, man. You're in
Well,
the
how do you not
rankings.
know this? It's your business.
It doesn't matter. Like the rankings, there's so many different. Like there's not one ranking system. Like there's like 10 different ones. You know what I'm saying?
Mitrione got in trouble because he said that cross-gender fighter, Fallon Fox.
Big trouble. He got
is
suspended.
disgusting.
Got a fine, a big fine.
But why? I mean, why is that a suspension? It's not like he tested positive for something other than ignorance.
Yeah, but the sport's trying to, be on the same level as the NFL, NBA. You can't have guys saying, like another guy got suspended for saying a derogatory term towards a gay person.
Yeah, Nate Diaz said
Yes.
the guy, like whoever the faggot is, going to take
you
that
can't
money
do that.
from him.
You can't do that. If you want to be on the same level as the NFL and NBA, you got to find these guys. You can't be talking like that.
You know what? You're right.
You're right.
Yeah, you know what? You made a very salient point.
Yeah.
So Matt Mitrione seems to beat the shit out of the guys that you lose to.
No.
You haven't fought the same guy?
No.
Come
Never.
on.
Never.
He beat up Kimbo Slice pretty good.
Kimbo Slice?
Didn't Matt Mitrione beat up Kimbo Slice?
Yeah, he did.
No, I'm just saying because the listener will go like, oh, yeah, that was weird. Because when Kimbo Slice, you got to understand, you are a UFC fighter. You're a mixed martial artist. You're a brown belt in jiu-jitsu. Does it bother you you're not a black belt? That's got to bother you a little bit. 'Cause it would bother me. It'd be like being vice president. I'm like, I am a heartbeat away from this shit. Like, in your training, can't you just do an extra hour a day and just get the black belt?
I can't do any more. Again, it's not my choice. They just sort of gives it to you. You know?
No, I don't know.
It's kind of tough because in traditional jiu-jitsu, you got trained in gi to get promoted as a
Right.
belt. I usually do no gi
Right.
because of mixed martial arts.
Gi is the outfit for you guys that are sitting nerds that don't fight all the time like me and Brendan Schaub and Matty Boy just came from Santa Monica Pier, just taking two Mexicans and bumping their heads together the whole way from the edge of the pier where they fish all the way to the park.
All the way down.
Would grab two Latino guys and just bang their heads
How
together.
about the flag you saw? The kite. Oh my goodness! Yeah. Tell him this. Tell him this.
What?
It's ridiculous.
What happened? I'm pretty jacked up about it.
All right, so I was at the beach, right? And it's obviously Memorial Day today when we're recording this episode. And there's this guy flying a Nazi airplane kite. Just standing there, hour and a half, just flying a Nazi plane kite.
But he's Hispanic, correct?
Right, so I go up and I go, bro, are you really flying it on Memorial Day? And he looks at me and goes, no habla inglés, no habla inglés. And he stood there for an hour and a half and fucking flew the Nazi thing.
How does he not get beat up?
Yeah, it had swastikas on the on the wings. It was one of those double wing old school warplanes with swastikas on it.
How's he not get beat up? How's he just fly that for hours out there?
Yeah, no Jews at the pier. That's
right.
And no one else came up to him.
This is what I think happened. He didn't speak English. Maybe he got it as like a discount. Doesn't understand what it is. Flies
outlet
it,
store
right?
kite.
It's on. Yeah.
Hey, we're going up to Oxnard to buy kites, dog. They're too expensive in town.
Squarespace. Yes, Squarespace is an all-in-one platform that makes it easy to create a professional website. Your website is whack, son. You need a nice website, blog, portfolio. How about an online store? I got one because of Squarespace. It includes hosting analytics, 24/7 support. Even includes a free domain name when you sign up for a year. Start yourself off with some clean, beautiful templates, and then easily customize it to look exactly the way you want. With responsive design, your website automatically scales to fit perfectly on every device. Every Squarespace template has its own customized mobile view. It's $8 a month for the standard plan. That's cool. $16 for their unlimited plan. That's kind of cooler. $24 for the unlimited plan and an online store. Oh, come on. That's amazing. You can sell more of your t-shirts just like me. Free trial. You like that word free? Free trial. Go to squarespace.com, and when you're ready to purchase, click enter an offer code under pricing at checkout. Use my offer code, J5, J-A-Y number 5, for a 10% discount. That's right, J-A-Y and the number 5. Or go to fakemustache.com, click on the Squarespace banner, and do it. Get paid. Get a good website. Sell something. Squarespace. Everything you need to create an exceptional website.
Matt Mitrione is larger than you.
Yeah, I'm usually the smaller of heavyweights.
This is what but you're like 240 when you get after it, right?
245. I walk around at 250.
That's amazing to me that you're on the small side at 240.
The last couple guys I fought, for sure. I'm smaller.
All right, so LeVar Johnson.
LeVar Johnson was 6'4". He weighed in at 260. Failed the steroid test, though. He was jacked. Why don't you Google him?
Elevated testosterone levels.
Yeah.
Is that just translations roided out of his face?
Basically, yeah.
Like Sean, the muscle shark Shirk.
I don't know what Sean did, but...
Well, he was suspended for steroids.
Yeah. So was LeVar and cut. They were going to keep him after his loss to me, but then he failed the steroid test and they cut him.
Do guys think they can get away with the steroid stuff because there's enough ways to pass the steroid stuff? Are there ways like
you know what? The thing is like you see guys in the UFC get caught, but in any professional sport, this stuff's going on. NFL guys get caught all the time.
Right.
It's just not as a big of an incident because it's not so single.
It seems to me there's been a sea change where it used to be like, oh, if you get caught, you're an idiot because how could you do that and jeopardize your career? But now it seems like if you get caught, you're an idiot. How did you not know this is the way to not get caught?
Agree.
Yeah.
Agree.
Like pot,
100%.
you just drink like a whole thing of vinegar or something.
Guys still get busted, though, with pot.
Matty boy, how do you test not for pot if you have pot in your system? Do you know?
There's no real way. I mean, it stays in your fat cells. So
Yeah, it's in like the adipose tissue, right?
Right, yeah. So no matter what, it's not like a normal drug. When you smoke weed, it stays in your fat cells. And so,
It stays in your fat cells? So it's staying in me for a long time with this gut.
yeah, the joint you smoke in 5th grade is still in your system.
Really? No way.
No.
Oh,
I don't think so.
Schaub got all nervous.
No,
He's
not
like,
at
bro,
all.
I just got railed
I've never
out.
done that
I was
in
at
my
Callan's house in the Jumpy House. David
The
Blaine.
Jumpy House.
David Blaine was like, "Is this your joint?"
Is this your joint? Bam, in my mouth.
So I think Brian Callen goes, "Ridiculous, bro.
Ridiculous.
Bro,
Get over
ridiculous.
it.
It's going to be amazing.
Took me
I can tell
40
you what
minutes to
leaves
get there in
eat."
traffic. Peace.
From Torrance.
From Venice.
Now, what did you? I thought you were training in Torrance today.
I did, man, but I went home first.
All right, but what did you train today? Like a UFC fighter who, oh, by the way, this is what I love about the UFC is now they're rolling us the free fights. This will be the 8th free fight on Fox. And I tell everybody on my radio show, Jay Moore Sports, and I tell everybody on the podcast, like with Forrest Griffin's here, it's my favorite sport. I love football the most. UFC's right behind it because the guy that loses is a black belt, or your case, a brown belt, but whatever. A brown belt. If you lose, we'll be like, should have had the black belt, bro. As soon as Mitrione got him on the ground, he's like, oh, you're like, whoa, why didn't he just do some of that jiu-jitsu? Oh, you know what? Didn't complete it.
Well, Mitrione's a blue belt, so.
Oh, you gonna take that? What's the world coming to? Blue belt. That's like what Mike Catherwood is. The guy from like Dr. Drew. Is he really a blue belt?
I don't know. He's not a black or brown. That's for sure.
Well, then it's blue, I'm guessing. What I love about it is they're now doing free fights on Fox, and you will be on the 8th one, and 8 is a very lucky number.
What's that?
The Asians, I've been told, in the old days, like the number 8. It's the only number that ends on an upstroke. And you turn it sideways, it's the infinity side.
Ah, I like it
too. Matt Mitrione, let's see here. He's a kickboxer, mostly a kickboxer.
Yes.
So you probably want this to go to the ground and just punch his head when you're laying on the ground.
No, I'm comfortable in the stand-up with him.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I was a Golden Gloves champ boxer.
Where at Colorado Boulder? Did you hit that buffalo in the head?
Buffalo.
That's a weird job, the guy in Colorado. Like any guy that has to run the animal mascot
it's intense.
out into the football field.
It's intense to run
like when
around
Colorado, because Colorado's not a good school for football.
Whoa.
Hold on, let me finish.
Easy.
They've had their years.
They're horrible right now, yes. They're
what
awful.
the fuck? Whoa.
When I was there, we were fantastic.
Who was on the team that was so great?
God, I mean.
Yeah, good old those guys. Your whole conference isn't even good.
Big 12?
You guys are in the Big 12? I take it back.
Yeah.
Oh, you moved
we
to the Big
were.
12. Yeah.
Then we were. We were the original Big 12. And then they're in the Pac-12 now. But.
Who, Colorado?
Yeah.
No, they're not.
Pac-12, man.
No.
Oh, my. Yes, my man. it's my school.
All right.
Pac-12.
I'm looking at it right now. I never looked up more ever in my life. Here's the thing, though. When you have to run a live buffalo out to the 50-yard line, like Florida State or the Seminoles, there's a guy dressed up in war paint, like an Indian guy, a Native American
on
Indian
a horse.
guy, and he just puts a spear in the ground.
Yeah.
Say, like USC Trojan, he's got a big sword, he sticks it in the ground. But like Texas, for example, they run out with the longhorn, and that is
no, he doesn't even run out. He stays in the end zone.
But someone's got to hold it while people are running past it, and that thing could just go. Whoa. I don't know how bulls think, but if he can think somewhat in the realm of what the fuck, and just start moving his head around, he's taking out a kicker.
People everywhere, yeah.
He's taking out
half
a kicker.
the team. Yeah.
It's anybody that's not a skill position. Linemen are just getting gorged to death.
Yeah.
But like, and then you're like, all right, but that's UT, man. That's how they roll. But like fucking Colorado to make a show out of running that stupid buffalo out there.
It's a beast, man.
And he's got like
the
runny
guys are
eyes.
exhausted.
He don't look good. He's got like runny eyes. He's mangy. He's like,
he does.
How are you going to beat Matt Mitrione?
You know what? I really haven't thought about it lately.
Well, you might want to start because it's coming up. You got 2 months to either get your face caved in or move up into the top 20 of the rankings.
Easy. I got I have a big jiu-jitsu match next Sunday, so I've been training for that.
Now, is that frowned upon to do such an important jiu-jitsu match before, you're going to be on?
It's unheard of for sure.
Now, has Dana White said to you, like, hey, bro, like, what if you hurt your shoulder or something?
Yeah, he told me just don't get hurt.
So if you're in, like, a all-out brawl or something, and then, somebody's got you in an armbar, are you going to tap super early because you don't want to get hurt? Mitrione's where the money is.
True. And UFC's where, that's my profession. It's just kind of something I'm doing on the side. So, yeah, the goal is not get hurt. Hopefully no one's freaking ripping my arm off.
They say UFC, Matt Hughes, I believe, wrote in his book, American Made, said UFC stands for You Fight Cheap. Like the upper 1% get paid in full. And then the other guys...
I mean, the upper 1% get paid like crazy, like more than NFL, NBA.
Like $1 million a year?
$1 million? Way more than that.
All right, I don't know. I don't think the listener knows either.
Oh, yeah, way more than that. I mean, you're talking...
But then the Bendan Schaubs of the world, you were in there for probably $50,000?
I mean, I make great money. I make good money.
More than $50,000?
More than $50,000.
You're not going to say it on the mic? You don't have to. I don't want to make
I make good money. 6 figures a year, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
And you're ranked fucking 29th?
Yeah, like I said, those rankings, man. I feel like slapping you from here with the rankings.
Me? Why am I in slap? I didn't rank you. I know, I got you in the top 2, sweetheart.
I got you in the top 2, man. It's really not that. It's like
UFC. Yeah. Put the computer away. That sound you heard was my laptop slamming shut.
With the UFC, you have endorsement deals. Those top 1% guys, the reason they make such a good living is they're getting a percentage of the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
So, like, Brock Lesnar, I think, was the highest guy. He got, like, whatever.
So then Kimbo must have gotten paid a ton, too, because he was a draw.
He was a draw. He only had 2 fights in the UFC.
Roy Nelson beat him up.
Roy beat him. Matt Mitrione beat him.
Matt Mitrione beat him.
Then he fought Houston Alexander. And then I think... Or no.
Did he win a UFC fight?
I think maybe he beat Houston Alexander.
It really goes to show the difference between the men and the boys. Like, Kimbo Slice was a guy...
If he did, it was a decision against Houston Alexander, but it was like one of the worst fights ever, and they cut both of them after that.
And it's one of those things like Kimbo Slice, like this is the baddest man on the planet. Like the Mike Tyson of Florida. He's just knocking guys out.
Backyard brawler.
3 at a time.
Ridiculous.
Drug dealers are betting money on him just to beat up. Like, I got 5 guys from
destroyed,
like,
annihilated.
and so gassed. Like, I think what really surprised me was that the cardio was so poor. But
surprised you his cardio was bad?
Yes.
Coming from Coral's Gable to the UFC, a little different animal.
Pay him in Mountain Dew and Newport. All right, man. Matty Boy, didn't you see him at the Plaza when you lived there? In the gym? He's like, hey, man, you fight? He was nice to you.
Yeah, he was.
Who's that, Kimbo?
Yeah.
Great guy.
Yeah,
I was on the Ultimate Fighter with him. I lived in a house for 6 weeks with him.
Really?
Good buddy.
Walk us through for the listener. Bendan Schaub, UFC fight, July 27th. This is free. This costs you nothing. Now, look, one thing I really love about the fans of this podcast, Bendan Schaub, is they know I'll never bullshit them. I'll never tell them to buy a book that sucks. I never tell them to see a movie that sucks.
Yeah.
If I tell you to go get this or go get that,
check it out.
They go. They're all drinking this Kool-Aid.
Yeah,
That's why
they
this
should.
is this audience.
Good.
So if you want to see Bendan Schaub, Matt Mitrione is a fucking huge guy.
Beast. Played in the NFL for, I think, 5 years.
And he's from Purdue, the big Purdue boy.
Yeah.
And so he's 6 what?
He's probably 6'4", 260.
Now you just want to stand and you just want to throw punches with this guy in the middle of the ring.
I mean, whatever he gives me, however he wants to lose, knockout, submission, I do not care. Yeah, I don't.
Now you seem like a guy. Now that you said he's 260, I'm looking at a guy that's like all of a sudden you're alarmingly 230. Like, woof, you look a little light, honey. Are you feeling okay? Have you had your blood tested?
Check it out. I got to cut down. I got to make 235 for this jiu-jitsu match next Sunday. As soon as that match is over, all my attention will go to Matt Mitrione, and I'll start putting the weight back on. So I'll be like 245.
You'll be at 245.
245 for the fight.
That'll give you 2 months?
2 months. But I could fight Matt.
No, not even.
I could get without 7 weeks.
But does that give you enough time to fully prepare for what, at this point, is the biggest fight of your life? You lost.
For sure.
Here's what I like about you and Matt Mitrione. And for the listener, my dear listener, this is free. It's on Fox on July 27th. It'll be a Saturday. I'll live tweet it. We'll all sit around. We'll hashtag Fox8 or whatever, or JMore Sports. We'll figure out a way we'll get in on it. And if Bendan Schaub loses, we can just talk crazy shit.
That's usually how it goes.
Because Brendan's funny.
Yeah.
You're a goof. But you and Mitrione both lost 2 fights and then won 1. And then now I guess this is the fight where it's like whoever loses this fight is going to really go down in the rankings.
Yeah,
into the 30s.
It's not good to lose fights. Yeah, it's never good.
And who you Nogueira you lost to?
Lost Nogueira in Brazil, and I lost to Ben Rothwell in Atlanta. And then
you got knocked the fuck out by Nogueira, didn't you?
I got knocked out.
Yeah, that's got to be weird. And in Brazil, it's not like if it goes to the cards, you go, well, they gave it to him. It's in Brazil. It's
no,
like,
I made some bad mistakes.
You woke up in Brazil.
Yeah, I made some bad mistakes.
What were the mistakes, honey?
I was just overconfident. I didn't take him too serious, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it. You're talking 2.5 years ago. I was crazy, man.
Young, dumb, full of cum.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't know about that, but I fired my striking.
Your own.
Yes, I fired my striking coach 3 weeks before the fight. Went down there with no boxing coach. Was like, I'm just gonna knock this guy out. I don't need a coach. Crazy, man.
And how does the fight go? You and Nogueira.
I come out and I'm lighting him up, tearing him up.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He tries to take me down. I throw him off. Then he tried taking me down again. Then he faked like a double leg and hit me with the right hand right against the cage. And I got tall and made the mistake because if you're against the cage, you have nowhere to go. The cage stops all the force. And he hit me with the right hand and it wobbled.
Got tall meaning
me.
like what should you do when your back's against the cage?
Definitely not get tall. Circle off. Should not be on the cage. Circle off.
Yes.
And I thought he was going to try to take me down. And man, he's a vet. He's a vet to the fullest. So he faked it, hit me with the right hand.
If you fight him 10 times,
I win 9.
Really?
Yes.
But now you got to win 9 in a row. Because he already beat you to 1 time.
Yeah.
But let's not act like and look.
Nogueira's one of the greatest heavyweights of all time.
Yeah, the listeners need to know that you and I are like friendly. We've already hung out.
Yeah, we're boys.
For this.
Because if this were a regular interview, I would probably crush your mic.
Yeah. Because you and I are friends.
Yeah.
I'm like,
yeah, for sure. If you were just a guy, I'd break that mic. I don't know what else.
Because you're acting like, I would beat him 9 times. I'm like, he kind of fucked you up.
Yeah, I mean,
wasn't like, hey man, it went to the cards. Could have went either way.
No,
like,
for sure. That's the sport, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, have you seen my fight with Crow Cop?
No.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the way it goes. That's what you sign up for.
Oh, so you were in the house with Kimbo Slice. I
In the
think
house
that's
with Kimbo
what people
Slice.
really want to know about.
So, the way the house works on Ultimate Fighter, you're there for 6 weeks. No TV, phone. You can't talk to anyone outside the house. No, nothing. Radio, magazines, nothing. You basically fight, train, and then you're back at the house. That's it. So guys are going crazy. So for my entertainment, I'd go talk to Kimbo Slice about his day job. And for people that don't know, Kimbo Slice, his best friend is Icy Mike, who owns Reality Kings Porno. And Kimbo was the security for Reality Kings for all these years, making a good living. So I just go ask him stories about the porn business because I really had no idea.
Security on a porn set?
Yeah.
Like you just stand by the door and make sure no one just wants to deliver a pizza that's not an actor?
Where you're dealing with all these basically chicken heads, these girls. And I'm sure there's crazy dudes or whatever. And then you got Kimbo Slice standing there. You're not going to mess with the chicks.
That's a weird day job. And is that a guy that you think, was his heart wasn't in it, or was it in it? Did he realize this is a way out of me doing?
No, I think he was down to fight and had a fighter's heart. He was just older than everyone. He got if you're just a boxer, you're not going to make it. And Kimbo, he was a good brawler, but he wasn't a high level boxer or striker. On the street he is for sure, the common person. But if you get around other professionals, he just started too late. Like he wasn't going to take the time to learn jiu-jitsu and wrestling. The time was not on his side. So he just did what he was good at and try and stand and bang, and it just didn't work out for him.
How come a guy like Roy Nelson, who's like 6 foot, 700 pounds, just a big fat fucking blob?
Yeah.
He just doesn't lose, this guy. Is it the matchup?
He's on the hot streak. No, Roy was a former world champ before he got to the Ultimate Fighter.
Black belt in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
How does a guy
Renzo
that
Gracie
fat
black belt
pass you in the jiu-jitsu black belt race?
God, he's been doing it way longer than me. He was fighting when I was playing football, man.
Oh, yeah.
He's just been doing it forever. And he's just really tough. Tight end. I was an H-back. Yeah.
That's a manly position, bro.
Yeah, it was.
It is. You got to bang, bang, and then every once in a while you just release, catch that pass.
Catch the
Did
rock.
you ever take one to the house?
Of course. Well, I've played football since I was like 6, So.
No, in college. In D1 college, you ever scored a touchdown?
No, I was mainly a blocker.
That you got to be like in the huddle, like, bro, just let me release. Dude. Just let me,
And we played at Oklahoma State, and they have this screen pass for me, and it is just all clear. And the offensive lineman, Clint O'Neal, is just hick, dude, from Texas, misses his block. This dude, as soon as I caught it. But if you would have made that block, bam, touchdown.
So did you catch the ball?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I bet you got lit up right when you caught it.
I think I got like 8 yards, but still.
It felt good, though.
Nah.
Rumbling, stumbling.
A little rumbling, stumbling.
You miss it, don't you?
I miss spots of it.
It's got to be a hell of a lot easier than fighting for a living.
For sure.
Like you're trained, it's the weirdest thing in the world to me, Brendan. Your job is where is Fox 8? UFC on Fox 8?
Seattle, Key Arena.
Oh, great town.
Yeah, it is.
You go out in Key Arena. Now, are you on the main card? You're going to be on TV.
I'm on TV, yeah.
Yeah, okay, good.
Yeah.
So and who's headlining that one?
I don't know the full. I think it might be Jake Ellenberger, Roy McDonald.
They're going to make those two. That's a headlining fight?
Yeah.
Really?
And I know Johnson, the flyweights, the 135ers.
Yeah.
He's on there.
That's what's up.
Yeah. Those little dudes throw down.
What is it? It seems like in boxing, there's such a dearth of heavyweights. And now in UFC, there's a free heavyweights. Like we just had a good card with Cain Velasquez knocking out Bigfoot Silva. But is it just because there's not a lot of guys that weigh 240 that are 6'6" anyway? But
no, there are, but they're in the NFL, NBA, or MLB. Because fighting, there's no specific road. Like when you're a kid, you're not like, all right, this is what I do to get to the UFC. I do this, and I'm going to get to the UFC. If you're a kid and you want to play football, you play Pop Warner, play high school, you get recruited, go to college, get recruited, go to the NFL. There's a draft. Mm-hmm. There's no specific road to the NFL or to the UFC. Everyone's route's different. Some guys got on through the Ultimate Fighter. Some dudes have 30 fights and just get signed by the UFC. So right now there's basically no recruiting process. You know what I'm saying?
And it's not like in boxing where you you fight to get out of the ghetto. You fight because it's hard scrabble. You don't get caught up in the gangs. It's not societal or cultural. Like the fighters,
in Brazil, it is. I'd beg that in Brazil,
the Valtudo guys.
Yes,
that's
in
a
Brazil,
hard life.
It's kind of like that.
Yeah,
that's why. I mean, look at the UFC. A lot of the champions.
But in the USA,
Brazilian.
I'm looking at a lot of like handsome white guys that Uriah, yourself, and I mean Forrest Griffin, like all these guys. Roy Nelson's just a guy that drinks beer and Pompton likes New Jersey, and then he's like, hold on, I got to fight. Hold this for me. I'll be right back.
Yeah. There's just no certain way right now. The sport's young, and it's growing like crazy, but still not, where it's going to be. And in 10 years, it's going to be scary because everyone right now in the UFC comes from some background. You got guys who came from the NFL, guys who come from a wrestling background, boxing,
what's
jiu-jitsu
the best
background
to have?
Wrestling, hands down.
Not jiu-jitsu.
Not jiu-jitsu, wrestling.
Really? Why is that?
I'd say wrestling because you'll see the success of straight wrestlers in the UFC, but also they control where the fight goes. Either they're going to keep it standing or take you down. They get to dictate where the fight goes.
But isn't that what jiu-jitsu is too? Or is jiu-jitsu more starting?
Jiu-jitsu's, more submissions from your back, stuff like that, and get on top of a guy, but not a wrestler.
Now, forgive me. Jiu-jitsu, do you start standing up?
You do start standing up.
So I would think that'd be... It's
different, though, because traditional jiu-jitsu is in a gi. You're using a gi.
Is this the poor man's take on jiu-jitsu? Jiu-jitsu is a little like wrestling, but without that absolute boot camp, nonstop, never resting training. Because in jiu-jitsu, let me lay on my back and try this move over and over and over and over. And wrestling, like you just run a step.
No, wrestling, I think you can go into a match and not have to think so much and just do. So if there's a wrestler and there's a brick wall and there's a wrestler and there's a jiu-jitsu guy, the wrestler's just going to see the brick wall and run straight through it. The jiu-jitsu guy's going to look at it and think of a way to get around it. Does that make sense? So a wrestler just has one thing, get you down, intense pace, stubborn, hard-working, gets after it, as tough as they come. A jiu-jitsu guy is more of a cerebral guy. He's going to make you think something to get you into this.
Like high-speed chess.
Yes, it's basically, physical chess match.
That's what Rousey told us. Ronda Rousey said it. I'm really just playing high-speed chess the whole fight.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking 6 moves ahead.
Yeah, you just got to be, a couple moves.
She said I'm herding them into where I want them to go.
Yeah, into where you want to get them to go, yes.
And faking them to think I want them to go the other way.
Exactly.
Like
and wrestling, it's like, this double leg's there, this is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to get it.
Yeah, it's weird. And fans hate the wrestling. They get booed a lot.
They get booed because...
But I love it. Because
Yeah.
I'm like, I know, like if you fought a wrestler, like you fight Phil Johnson or what, I know you're too heavy for him. Phil
Davis.
Phil Davis, sorry. Penn State, great wrestler.
Phenomenal wrestler, yeah.
And let's say somehow you guys are some big weight, whatever, and he just takes you down, and lays on you, lets you, and the fans are going to boo because there's no haymakers. But what I see as a guy that wrestled at a very low level, like you said, like when I was in 6th grade.
We kind of have cauliflower wrestling in 6th grade, man. What's up with that?
But what I see is a guy that for 8 weeks, for 10 weeks trained, I'm going to stand up, I'm going to punch him in the face, I got my kick. Now he's just laying on his back looking at the clock going,
for sure.
What the fuck is going on?
For sure.
How is this happening to me? I'm not even getting beat up. I'm just getting humiliated.
And you know why? And the fans are starting to get more educated on it, but the ground game is such a science, and it's easy to go in the gym and just do stand-up every day. Stand-up's fun. Wrestling, embracing the grind, and wrestling jiu-jitsu's not easy.
Stand-up.
Some people hate to. Well, that's why you're doing what you're doing, not getting punched in the face. Yeah. But for a lot of guys, it's easy to just go and hit mitts and spar every day. It's comforting,
I would love like goofing off with Brian Callen, like wrestling on, like in his little mats in that little fake studio he set up. It's like, bro, I got this studio. It's sick. I go in there, there's fake putting green grass and a deadlift bar. I'm like, where's the studio? He goes, no, you got to roll the mats, bro. It's nice. I can teach you what leaves to eat. Demetrius Johnson is indeed headlining that fight.
Yeah.
Demetrius Johnson defending his UFC flyweight title against John Moraga. And that was supposed to be the Ultimate Fighter 17 finale. And then you were right, Jake Ellenberger, Nate Marquardt.
No,
that's who he beat.
Yeah,
and now he's taking
beat.
on Rory McDonald, exactly like you said.
Yep.
Johnny Hendricks.
Nope.
Yeah, so this is good.
Yeah.
This is great.
It's a good card.
You are not even listed. Oh, there's going to be a ladies' bout. Liz Carmouche and Misha Tate?
Yeah, I don't know if the whole card's even mapped out yet. But yeah, those girls are supposed to be on it for sure. I think Misha Tate's from there, Seattle. So was Johnson.
Liz Carmouche is the one Ronda Rousey just fought, right?
Yeah.
Liz Carmouche going to fuck Misha Tate up.
You think?
I love Liz Carmouche.
Do you?
I really do.
You like her more than Ronda?
No, Ronda's...
Yeah, let's get real.
Ronda's the high water mark.
Yeah.
We have this discussion a lot about, like, I hate when a girl, like when Brittany Griner was so good in the WNBA, in female basketball, they go, how could she go into the pros? Could she? It's like, you know what? You're doing a disservice to great girl athletes. Like, let her go be the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar of the WNBA.
For sure.
Let her build
her
entire sport.
For sure.
Don't make it a circus side. You're like, come on, see the girl. She's doing skyhooks against the boys. 2 at a time.
2 at a time.
Step right up. Come out to the ballpark. Come on out to the stadium and see the girl that plays against the boys. Like, it's a disservice.
Yeah.
And then I said to, on J Moore Sports, I said, Title IX got obliterated by the Williams sisters in tennis.
Yes.
And by Ronda Rousey. When Ronda Rousey fights, no one thinks, like, I guess for a chick, it's pretty good. No. You know it's going to be an armbar going in.
Super talented.
Everyone that fights her goes, I'm not getting fucking
Everyone
armbar.
trains 12 weeks for armbar.
And she's never been past the first round. And that, to me, transcends guy, girl, Fallon Fox, Matt Mitrione, but I heard he was born a hermaphrodite. So I'm just saying. When you're down there in the clinch, give him a little tickle. See if he's got a little vagina. See if he's got a little vagina hole.
See what's going
It'll be the
on.
one right before his butthole. Be careful. So
Ronda's killing it though, man.
And it's
not to mention she's not bad to look at.
She's
not like
nice.
this beast either.
Somebody here may or may not have an absolute heartthrob crush on him, like he's looking at a goddamn poster of her on his wall every night. Maddie boy
loves her.
We went over to her house and it was we did a fun podcast. But the thing with her, like Liz Carmouche got her in that crazy choke, but you couldn't get it around the neck. She just had it around
like
her
smash
nose
her
and
jaw
mouth.
and mouth. Yeah,
and I was like, she's gonna break her neck.
She messed her jaw up for sure.
But then when I talked to her, she came to my show at the Improv and she was just like, nah, I didn't give a shit.
Yeah, she's just so she has the mental advantage over these girls. She's been doing judo since she was freaking, 3. And her mom's a world champ. Treating her like, she's supposed to be this huge world champ.
When you're at Bendan Schaub, UFC fighter, he's fighting for free for you guys, UFC on Fox 8. I'm excited for all the warriors that listen to this podcast. I'm really excited for all of us to live tweet this. This is going to be great. And show Bendan Schaub love at Bendan Schaub. Figure out how to spell it yourself. This is going to be fun, and we'll all unite. But I swear to God, if this jiu-jitsu tournament gets in the way you train, Matt Mitrione, you know what he's not doing in a couple weeks?
A high-level jiu-jitsu match.
Yeah, he's training. He's thinking he's got posters of you above his bed, and he's jerking off to knocking you out.
I hope he is. Yeah, I hope he is.
But you don't give a fuck.
No, because next Sunday I compete against one of the best jiu-jitsu guys in the world. I could fight Matt. I could fight Matt right now.
He's a white belt.
I'm not doing just jiu-jitsu either. I'm sparring every day, wrestling. I just happen to be doing a jiu-jitsu match.
But today, like, what's the training today?
Today was 2 hours of jiu-jitsu, and then I hit mitts before I came here. Boxing.
Oven mitts?
Oven mitts.
By a big deep dish pizza.
Yeah, I wish, man. I wish.
You were on Ghost Adventures, you know what? Let's give love to the sponsors real quick. We want to talk about Bendan Schaub when he was on Ghost Adventures. Just hang in there. These are the people that make sure this podcast is free. We'll be back in 90 seconds.
Getting a good shave can be a real pain in the ass. It is. Searching through 50 different brands. Then you got to get the guy over at the counter to unlock the razors. Are you kidding me? You don't need double, triple, quadruple razors with flashlights and vibrating toothpick handles. $20 for new razor? No, man. DollarShaveClub.com. Get high-quality razors delivered right to your door for just a couple bucks a month. It's easy. I use them. They're great. My face is as smooth as a baby's bottom. They made it simple. Every month you get a new pack. Every week you change your blade. Boom. That's it. It costs a fraction of what you would pay at the store. I want you to try it. DollarShaveClub.com/J. You'll get a free sample of Dr. Carver's Easy Shave Butter, which is awesome. With your first shipment. Also makes the perfect Father's Day gift. Hey, what about Dad? What about Dad? Can we get Dad some razors for crying out loud? He's a good man. DollarShaveClub.com/J. Take care of the old man. Support this show. Go to DollarShaveClub.com/J or click on the Dollar Shave Club banner at jmoore.com. There's no reason to walk around all whiskery like a wolf, man. DollarShaveClub.com, right?
Yeah.
All right.
All right, you were on the show Ghost Adventures with Zak Bagans, who him and I texted back and forth a lot about getting him on the show.
Yeah.
This guy's harder to pin down than those fucking ghosts he goes after. It's unbelievable.
He's a good dude, though.
He seems super cool, but he's like, sorry, couldn't get back to you. I was at the Winchester Mystery House. Somebody breathed on my neck. What's up?
What's up? What can I do for you?
How do you
He probably sends his ghost.
How do you... Why not? Yeah, send the ghost.
They're probably
to a
here right
podcast.
now. Yeah.
It's unbelievable how... First of all, I love the show Ghost Adventures.
Yeah.
Like, when there's a marathon on...
Oh, for sure.
Especially on the East Coast, I'll come out after a gig, and I'll just lay on the couch in my hotel room, and if Ghost Adventures is on, I'll watch like 4 hours of that shit in a row.
Hell yeah.
And he's yelling like, come on, Ghost! You think you got better bangs than me? Look at my shirt. It's an Affliction shirt. I'm wearing cool jeans and a keychain. Come on. It says UFC on it. Let's go, Ghost.
Let's go, Ghost.
Are you mad that we're here, brah? Are you mad, brah? Don't be mad, brah. Like he's super screaming at the ghosts. Yeah. How do you
It's the number one ghost show in the world, by the way.
Well, how many ghost shows are there?
There's a bunch.
Scooby-Doo?
There's Ghost Adventures. There's Ghost Stories, whatever. There's
Celebrity ghost stories.
Exactly.
It's like Joan Van Ark for like 45 minutes going, and then I went. They just stretch it out so long because the stories are boring.
Who's watching that bullshit?
I don't.
Celebrity Ghost Adventures.
They asked me to do it.
Did they really?
Yeah.
You should have done it.
I agreed
And just made
to.
some shenanigans up.
I agreed to because I had a ghost happening at when I was on Ghost Whisperer. I had some weird shit go down. Why would I lie to you? Why are you gonna give me faces?
Is it better than Brian's story in the subway?
Man, he's going to laugh so hard at this story. Brian goes, bro, I don't believe in ghosts at all. At all, bro. I go, did you ever see a ghost? He goes, I did. I'm like, well, then how do you not believe in ghosts?
And his story's legit, too.
He goes, I'm in the subway doing a gig, right? And I wish Will Sasso was here so we could talk at the same time to imitate Brian Callen. I can do it. But you don't know the story. So basically, Brian Callen's in the subway, and Brian Callen, one of my dear friends, good podcast, The Brian Callen Show, smart guy, great comic. He's in the subway, and there's a black guy tap dancing on a piece of cardboard, wearing a straw hat, playing harmonica. And real tall, thin, old black guy. And then he goes, man, that's so terrible. And then he turns away, and he turns around, and he goes, I'm going to go give this guy some of my money. And he turns around, and the guy goes, you're going to give me some of your money, aren't you? And Brian goes, yeah. Isn't this what he told us?
Yeah, but not that voice.
Yes, it is. It just he couldn't do the voice.
It's true. What's the guy saying?
What do you think he sounded like?
You are going to give me some of your money, aren't you?
Aren't you? Yes.
I understand you've come to give me some money. Now, if only two will wait in the car, James Mason will receive the money from Brian Callen.
The guy goes, you gonna give me some of your cornbread. Something like that? What was
something like that.
Yeah. It was an Asian guy. He goes, you're going to give me some money, aren't you? And then Brian goes, yeah. And he goes, don't give me any money, but you're going to be famous one day. I like how even in Brian's ghost story, somebody has to tell him that he's going to be famous. And then he's super fucking tap dancing ghost is like, you got that face. Oh, where's Will Sasso? I curse you, Will Sasso, for not sitting here right now. So Brian goes, oh, thanks, man. And he turns around and he walks away. And he goes, you know what? That was so nice. I am going to give that guy money. Turns around, he's gone.
Gone.
And there's no place for the guy to go.
Guitar, cardboard, gone.
Guitar, harmonica, all straw hat. Tall, thin, black, it's all gone. And it was in like a tiny, tiny space at the very end of the platform. And I go...
You and I are like, damn, that's crazy.
And he goes, no, but maybe that's like his thing, like to scare people. He just disappears. But then you just saw David Blaine disappear from a kid's party.
That's true.
What the fuck
That's
do you
true.
mean he disappeared? He went
Gone.
home.
Gone.
You went in the house. That's not a good trick.
Check
That's hide
it.
and
Check
seek.
it. He did a magic trick, tore the card,
Yeah.
and he's like, "See the tore card?" I'm like, "Yeah." He like takes the piece of torn card up.
Why don't you get him to fix your ears?
Well, I like this Spock look. Some people like it. But he tears his card and then he's like, makes it disappear, and then he's like, "Look under your watch." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Look under your watch." I look at my watch and the card's there under my watch, man.
Now, do you touch this man at all?
No, that's about as far away as we are.
That's
about
crazy.
3 feet.
But I don't know how you think he disappeared. He made himself
Gone.
disappear.
Gone. That's why he's paid the big bucks, man.
What do you mean?
Ask Brian, I go, "Where the hell's David Blaine?" He goes, "I don't know, man." Like, what do you mean you don't know?
He went home.
That happens like with your buddy at the bar, and he just stumbles.
What?
Yeah,
Where did
yeah,
he
but not
go?
at 3 p.m. on a Memorial Day barbecue.
You never hung out with me. I'm at it. I bounce, bro.
Out. You don't say goodbye. You just bounce.
I'll say goodbye.
You'd at least say to one person, "Yo, man, I'm out."
But but one of those soccer moms is in the car with him. That's he had to pull. He'd be cool about it.
He might.
So Brian Callen thinks it wasn't a ghost.
Brian doesn't believe in ghosts. Yeah, he tells this story. And he's like, "But I don't believe in ghosts."
And I go, "What do you think it is?" Or me and Brendan were like, "What do you think it is?" And he goes, "I think that was like his game, like just freak out guys in the subway." And he goes, "There was a grate." Right. I go, "So you think he dove into the grate?" And he goes, "Yeah, like he was real tall and thin, and that's like his thing. That's how he gets his kicks.
Yeah.
Is he makes people.
Yeah, the guy's
scared.
dead broke, and that's what he does to entertain himself.
So how do you get picked to do Ghost Adventures? Then I'll tell my ghost story.
Zak Bagans was doing a charity event in Estes Park at that creepy hotel up there, that like haunted hotel for animals or whatever.
What state?
Colorado.
Okay.
Estes Park. And it was a charity event for animals, and he's a big UFC fan. His people contacted my people, and he's all, "Yo, come up here, show some support." I'm like,
Has there ever been a show for ghost animals?
No. It's
A lot more animals have died than people,
It's
probably.
true.
Think of all the birds. Dead bird ghost adventure.
So he has that animal thing going up there.
All right, we are now deep in where the dead seagulls flew into the plane propeller. Did you hear that? That's the thing about that show I can't stand. It's like, hey, yeah. It's like, did you hear that? It said, "Help us get out of these chains." What that? We've slowed it down to 4,000% of what the original recording is. And this is what our technology picked up. What that? Hear him say, "Help us get out of these chains." Like, no, right here, wet. Anywho.
I was scared on it. Anyways, Zach, whatever, we met there. He's like, "Man, you should do the show sometime." I'm like, cool. Let me know, man. I was like, didn't think, whatever. I'm like, "Yeah, take my number down." Probably like 6 months later, I get a text at 11 o'clock at night. "Yo, bro, it's Zach. Meet me at the Peabody Mansion in 30 minutes. We're doing a lockdown." I'm in my underwear in bed, man. I'm like, no way. So I call my brother, wake him up, pick him up at his house, drive down there. Some crazy haunted mansion in downtown Denver, man, Peabody Mansion. And I brought my brother, got him up out of bed, and they made him wait in the car. Because they said they can't have too many people in the house.
Why?
I don't know.
Wait, why'd you bring your brother? Because you were afraid?
I was scared, man. Hell yeah, I was scared.
But you're scared before you even go?
Nah, you're like, man, what am I?
What if it's not haunted?
Well, check
You're
this is the thing.
I'm gonna bring my brother
this
for
is
backup. He's great at beating up ghosts.
Exactly. Toughest guy I know. This is how they do it. Right when I got in the house, they're like, "All right, man, we signed the waiver. Like, we want to let you know you're going to be just fine. The only problem we have is there's a demonic ghost, man, and then we'll get you out right away. Now let's do this." And it's pitch dark. It's pitch dark in there, so it's scary, man.
A demonic ghost? Is that different than
That's the evil ones. They're the ones that possess you, I guess.
So they were like, "Sign this release in case you get possessed. We're not held responsible."
Basically.
I'm texting Zach right now.
Never lose a fight again.
Right? Or you're just going to go crazy. What do you think happened to Amanda
Matty
Bynes?
Boy just had the best point in the world. You should have gotten possessed, and you never would have lost 2 fights in a row.
I don't know if that's good. I don't know if that's good, getting possessed.
Oh, really? Ike Biabucci knocked Chris Bird the fuck out. He was possessed. That was boxing, though. That's like a sissy. Do you look at boxing like, kick something, you guys?
No, those guys are super talented.
But in this, if you just ran into a boxing heavyweight in the street and you guys fought,
I'd kill him.
But you got to make sure he doesn't hit you first. You think like James Toney was like a fat blob at this point.
Do you see what happened to James Toney when we found the UFC?
Yeah, but that was in an octagon. I'm talking about between 2 cars in a parking lot. Where it's like, get off me, man. And if he gets that first shot,
you're in trouble. You get that for sure. Yeah,
you better shoot the legs quick.
I jumped a guard.
Nobody knows what that means, dude.
Well, it's a jiu-jitsu move. So I just jump and I'd be in my back and he'd be on top of me. I'd submit him from there.
So you get locked in the Peabody Hotel.
Peabody Mansion.
I know, Massachusetts, Peabody. You get locked in the Peabody Mansion.
Yeah.
And where do you specifically, Bendan Schaub, the number 3 ranked heavyweight in the world in the UFC, where do you get locked in the mansion?
I get locked where this girl was killed in the basement. It's dirt, and they buried her there. And they're like, man, it'd be way better for the spirit talks if you're usually by yourself. So we're gonna go upstairs and explore. You stay down here. I'm like, what? Like, you stay down here.
Well, wait.
We're gonna leave.
Hold on a second. If the girl was murdered in the basement and buried under the dirt,
yeah,
then what are they looking for upstairs? Antiques?
Just more spirits or something. I don't know. Either way, I was down there.
Let's go take a look and see if anything else. Is anybody else here that wants a piece of this?
Well, and then I go, bro, come on, man. With no light. They're like, because I did have a big light. They take it. He goes, no, we'll give you this, man. And I swear, it was like a micro machine of flashlights. It was the smallest light you've ever seen in your life. He's like, try not to turn it on, man, for the cameras because it messes things up.
But wasn't there an infrared cam like on your head?
No, they had him like right at the entrances.
And did they ask you to talk to the dead? What was the dead girl's name?
Nancy, or I don't remember Nancy.
Right.
Or something. Well, I can remember the girl's name from last week.
Boy. I don't know if I. I don't remember the ghosts I fucked last week, let alone the one from the Peabody Mansion 2 years ago. I'm pretty sure I speak for Matty Boy and myself. That name would never. I'd have nightmares about that name. Alone.
I came home, slept with the lights on, that's for sure.
Did they encourage you to like call her out and be like, come on, little dead lady?
No, not at all. The spirit did say my name, though.
No, it didn't.
I swear.
To you?
It said my name on the device they're working with.
Did it go?
No, it was like Brendan.
Did you really hear Brendan?
Swear on my life I heard Brendan.
Not your life. Anybody can swear in their own life.
Anyone.
We know we're all going to die.
On my mom's.
Your mom
Brendan.
alive?
Yes.
All right, a lot of guys do that.
Yeah, I know.
Like, that's a cop out.
Yeah.
So, but when it happened, you didn't hear anything.
No, I heard it.
You're sitting in the dark.
Sitting in the dark. They have a device there which going,
like a radio thing when
like,
you're switching the AM.
And then Brendan.
And when you heard that, what did you do?
I freaked out, man.
But there's no one there. Like, what's a freak out alone? If
Dude, that's the spirit talking.
I know, but do you think
you guys would be scared as shit?
I know that, but it's like a tree falls in the woods if there's nobody there to hear it. Like if you're alone in a basement,
they caught this on camera.
And are you just going? Brr! Like how are you freaking out? Waving your arms around?
I go, whoa, and I'm freaking out, man. Hell yeah!
You did a Joey Lawrence impression?
Whoa, no, whoa, no.
When I was texting Zach back and forth, I was in Vegas. Oh, he just texted me back. He is a great dude. This is what Zak Bagans just wrote back. He is a great dude and witnessed one amazing spirit box session.
It's one of their highest rated shows ever.
Hope you're well, brother. Yes, let's do it. I didn't know that you were sitting down there with a spirit box. Isn't that what the ghost had?
That's what the ghost used to communicate with, man.
A spirit box.
Well, they have the spirit.
You're like, he's jacked up. That's the fastest he's ever gotten back to me. That's the kind of juice you get when you're on More Stories, man. You get Bendan Schaub, make fun of Brian Callen for a little while. All right, so Matt Mitrione, Fox 8, UFC on Fox 8, July 27th. You were on Ghost Adventures. Is that what you watch a lot?
And then June 9th on, I think it's broadcasted pay-per-view, Metamoris Jiu-Jitsu match. UCLA. You come to that. It's a Sunday.
I don't leave my house, dude.
Well, I've seen you outside your house, though.
Once.
Is that Brian's house?
I went once because my son plays with his daughter.
It's true.
Yeah. But maybe. Matty Boy will keep track of that. By June 9th, I'm in New York anyway. I'm at West Hampton.
You making things up right now?
No.
I'll go.
Can he go?
Yeah. I'll get you tickets.
I'll show some support.
Wait, are you?
You're on Tuesday though, right? Out here?
No, not this Tuesday. When this airs, I'll be on. Yes, but if anybody wants to see me do stand up, go to jmoore.com and click live dates. So Ghost Adventures, you've always loved that show because I love that show.
Yeah, love it.
What other shows do you love?
You ready for this? You ready to make fun of me? I'll watch, Dexter.
I don't want to start making fun of you.
Dexter, True Blood, and I'll watch Real Housewives.
I used to blog for the Real Housewives.
Really? I love that show.
Which city's your favorite?
Orange County and Atlanta.
Atlanta with all those wigs?
Yeah, but I prefer Orange County.
I don't always do Housewives, my friend.
But when I do,
I prefer Orange County. What am I looking up? That was that good? I liked it. Do you watch the murder shows? Aren't you amazed on the murder shows how often when they find a dead body, they go, at first I thought it was a mannequin. We were out hunting. And like, the odds of you finding a mannequin in the woods are less than finding a dead body.
No one's bringing a mannequin out to the woods.
But they all say it. They all go, at first I thought it was a mannequin. Like, where are you hunting? JCPenney? Why the fuck is there a mannequin in the middle of Lake Okeechobee in Florida Everglades? But they all say it.
I don't watch. You're talking about like First 48?
Every single show where there's a dead body. Like at first I thought it was a mannequin floating in the river. Yeah, because people are always just chucking
people
mannequins.
People are just trying to get rid of those things.
Always
and paint them with clothes on.
I don't always dispose of dead bodies, my friend. All right. So, Bendan Schaub on Twitter as @Bendan Schaub, July 27th from Seattle, fighting Matt Mitrione. You got your hands full, my friend.
For sure.
Matt Mitrione is a big, big dude. But you're saying, I don't really give a shit.
It's what I do. It's what I do. All of them are big and tough.
But what is it about? And you guys are friends.
Yeah, me and Matt are friends.
And you just make believe you're not friends while you're training, or
it's just business. It's no different than playing basketball or one-on-one or.
You should make like an announcement, like we're not friends anymore, man. He did me wrong. I hate that guy. Look what he did to my ears. Made me look like Spock.
Man. Yeah.
Follow Brendan on Twitter. Let him know more stories where you found him. He's a fun dude. He's a good dude. I've known you about 5 days, and it's been super easy.
We're like brothers.
Yeah, it's like we've known each other our whole lives. And don't get hurt in this jiu-jitsu match. When is that?
Next Sunday, June 9th.
Well, this won't air right when you think it does. So June 9th, we'll tweet it out. We'll fire it up. And UFC on Fox 8. Let's all live tweet, and we will figure out a hashtag per my Twitter. Because the hashtag is usually like Fox UFC on Fox.
It's usually, hashtag UFC on Fox 8.
UFC more. That's what we do. So we're going to live tweet this fight. UFC more, UFC MOHR. That's the hashtag. UFC more when we're watching Matt Mitrione and my friend Bendan Schaub. And are you going to win this fucking fight? What's the prediction? Pain. What's the prediction?
Prediction is I'll go with submission first round.
What type?
Guillotine.
It is astounding to me that you're about to go fight a guy 6'6", 260, and you're like 6'3", 240.
Yeah.
And it's just the weirdest thing. Like, I got a gig really? I got West Hampton Performing Arts Center Sunday in June.
Yeah.
And you're like, really? I'm going to let a fucking 260-pound guy punch me in the face. But then I'm going to punch him in the face.
Yeah.
And then one of us will get tired of getting punched in the face and take a knee. And then the other guy will kick the shit out of
Sometimes it crosses my mind. Like, this is what I do for a living. I fight another grown man in a steel cage.
What's the first thing you do when the fight's over? What's the first, I guess eat, right? No, you don't cut weight. You're a heavyweight.
Yeah, I really don't eat.
What's
really
the first
can't eat.
luxury?
Doing nothing.
Strip club.
Really doing nothing. Just chilling. Because I'm always doing something now before camp. So it's just literally doing nothing.
Go up into the room and just order like Hangover 2.
Yeah,
just
exactly.
Lay there with a fucking Budweiser in a can.
Exactly.
Sounds
don't do
nice.
anything. That does sound nice.
And you've earned it.
Yeah.
So 6 figures a year. I'm very happy to know. I thought you were like some scrub.
Some schmuck, huh?
No. Let me tell you something. You're a class act, and the guy you beat, by the way, LeVar, is bigger than Matt Mitrione.
Yeah, bigger.
So go fuck Matt Mitrione up.
That's the plan, my man.
Fuck Matt Mitrione. He's not here, is he? We're going to do some bonus content. YouTube.com/morestoriesballs. And because Maddie fucked up the Rick Fox video, we're going to tape Maddie getting choked out by a UFC fighter.
All
Forrest
right.
Griffin choked me out.
All right.
Maddie was supposed to film us doing push-ups, but he had the camera on photograph instead of video. So we have a photo of me and Rick Fox. But you have to understand, we did it right in front of the elevator banks. We're like 8 elevators across from each other. So people like stepping over.
Yeah.
Someone's vacuuming right next to us. And it's Rick Fox in L.A. He's a god.
Priceless.
And,
is he still married to what's her name? Vivian Fox?
Vivian Fox, that's her.
Yeah. Yeah. How I know that, I have no idea.
It's Vanessa.
Is it? Vanessa Williams.
Yeah. No, you got it right the first time.
Did I?
Yeah.